The following program is interpreted for the hearing impaired in stereo.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much about democracy. Don't know much about morality. Don't know much about society. All I know is what I see on TV. That's about all that's expected of me. What a wonderful world of TV.
The wonderful world of TV. Remember, without television, you wouldn't have seen this. It's not necessarily television. Starring Ann Bloom as the lovely and vivacious Ann. Danny Breen as the irrepressible Danny. Mitchell Lawrence as Mitch. Stuart Pankin as the hilarious Stuart Pankin. And Lucy Webb as the adorable and cuddly Lucy. With Ronald Reagan as the president. And Nancy Reagan as his wife.
Hello, I'm Frank Bottles. You remember Ed. Last time you saw us, we were giving a down-home flavor to a mass-marketed wine cooler. Well, the ad campaign was so successful, NBC asked us to do a TV show of our own. When they handed us the contract, I got pretty excited. But Ed, a master of creative financing himself, was not taken in. He pointed out that if we accepted the network's definition of profit, we'd be back selling wine coolers by mid-season. When Mr. Brandon Tartikoff saw that Ed was ready to walk, he right quick sent over his business affairs people, and Ed sat down for some old-fashioned horse trading. By the time he got through, we had a sweetheart deal for 22 firm with a back-end piece of the gross advertising revenues. And Mr. Tartikoff had agreed to create a Thursday night hammock between Cosby and Family Ties and slip us into it. So please tune in, and thanks for your support. Oh, one other thing. Ed insisted on directing.
Coming up, the new Max Headroom.
Well, the military option to wipe the terrorists off the map is the easiest.
Tonight, crime doesn't pay, especially when you're up against the toughest, meanest cops on the force. Romney, Lipscomb, Piper, Winston, Codget, Epstein, Vogel, Nicholson, Farber, Highsmith, Morgan, and Sons.
What's your real name? Where do you come from?
It's a new kind of cop show and a new breed of cop. Romney, Lipscomb, Piper, Winston, Codget, Epstein, Vogel, Nicholson, Farber, Highsmith, Morgan, and Sons. They're all business. They don't fool around.
Romney, Lipscomb, Piper, Winston, Codget, Epstein, Vogel, Nicholson, Farber, Highsmith, Morgan, Sons. Get over here!
Look out, Hill Street Blues. This one's got all the action.
Car 302, car 302, hold up in the vicinity of Smith and Dale. Repeat, hold up in the vicinity.
Roger. That's us. Let's roll.
It's Romney, Lipscomb, Piper, Winston, Codget, Epstein, Vogel, Nicholson, Farber, Highsmith, Morgan, and Sons.
You love it!
In the high-pressure, big business world of network TV, it's important to have a copying machine you can rely on. That's why I use CBS copiers. They're fast, efficient, and reliable. I just put in this script of last year's TV smash, The Golden Girls, and in just seconds, I've got a perfect copy. Designing women. I wonder what this could do with a Cosby script.
CBS copiers. Perfect copies every time.
Join us tonight on the Joan Rivers Show as Joan welcomes her guests, Jean Kirkpatrick.
No, but Jeannie, listen, give me a hand. I am not interested in Nicaraguan affairs. I am interested in your affairs. Now, who are you seeing now, Jean? No, is it true that you have Henry Kissinger's underpants?
Nicholas Daniloff.
Ugly. Now, Nick, you have to admit, Russian women are pigs. P-I-G-S, pigs. Oh, yes. I mean, oh, no, No, they make Porky look like Twiggy. They have enough hair under their arms to have a fur coat. I could mop my kitchen floor. Oh, yes.
And presidential hopeful and former evangelical preacher, Pat Robertson.
I love Boy George. He's one of my closest and my dearest and wonderful friends. He's a wonderful person. Of course, I can share his makeup and his clothes. But the bitch is back. Oh,
that's the Joan Rivers Show at 11 p.m.
That love, I can't hear you.
The bitch is
A
back.
great alternative to the news.
The bitch. I'm back. I'm back.
It's the November Evening News with the Kimmelmans. And now, here's Frosty Kimmelman.
Good evening. As you know, November is sweeps month. And now tonight's top story.
The recent warning from Surgeon General Koop couldn't have been any clearer.
Couples who engage in freewheeling casual sex these days are playing a dangerous game.
But it would seem that not everyone heeded Dr. Koop's warning.
This just in a recent speech, Attorney General Ed Meese said it was not absolutely mandatory for citizens to obey Supreme Court decisions, given that they're merely interpretations of the Constitution. Meese was unable to answer any questions, though, as he was late to a lynching of 4 black men accused of drinking from a whites-only water fountain and then denied the right to speak to a lawyer. And the strike by producers of quality TV programs continued into its 38th year today, with no end in sight. And that's all we have for now. Good night, Frosty.
Good night, Pete.
You've been watching the November Evening News. Brought to you by Fredericks of Hollywood. Fredericks, the first word in unmentionables. And remember, the November Evening News will return in February.
Here's what people are saying about Amen.
It is crazy, it is ridiculous, it is asinine.
That's Amen, Saturday on NBC.
Can a bachelor cop and his no-nonsense black foster grandmother, a millionaire's wife, a lovable derelict, and a bunch of misfit kids get along with a talking dog and his puppet from Egypt? Find out on Life with Lucy and My Sister Sam in our house on Easy Street, downtown in the heart of the city. Starring every cliche imaginable on ABC, NBC, and CBS.
And this beautiful velvet painting will be yours. Just call now at 1-800-555-7830 and give us your credit card number. In addition to the velvet painting, we have a special tonight, and tonight only. A genuine diamond-like necklace, a stunning example of the jeweler's art. It's been valued at $1,000 or more. Tonight, for the next 30 minutes, we're practically giving them away at $19.95. $10.95 is all you have to pay for this electric can opener radio. It plays the top 40 while you fix the tuna fish. Remember to give the operator your credit card number, then the number of the item you want. This is the TV Shopping Network. Let's move on now to that new set of Duck Eagles.
Excuse me, can I cut ahead of you? I just have one tape to return. Thank you so much. Hi, got a double park. Yeah, I can scoot right ahead of you. Thanks very much. Excuse me, my dog's in the car with a weak bladder. Yeah, it's slipping here. Thanks. Hi, my mom's sick in the hospital. I think I could cut ahead of you. Thank you very much. Yo, bro, what it is I'm kind of like, think I can think my name at.
Yes.
I can return the tape, please.
Just a second.
Now, sweetheart.
Damn it, Jim. We're your lawyers. We're here to help you, but we can't do it unless you tell us the truth.
I ain't telling nobody the truth till I find out the deal.
All we're asking you right now is, did you kill those women or didn't you?
I ain't saying nothing till I hear the deal.
How do you expect us to make a deal if we don't even know if you're guilty or innocent?
Okay. So I'm guilty.
Good.
Get you a $500,000 advance from Random House. Film rights go to Paramount for another $500,000.
Newspaper syndication, $200,000.
Ho. What about foreign and cassettes?
I'll get to that. T-shirts, bubblegum cards, Jim the Ripper action figures, $250,000.
We've been talking.
Hollywood Law will return after this.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
On the next Oprah Donahue Show, Oprah's guest is a man who eats live rats.
Is it true that at one time you sat down and ate more than 30 live rats?
That's right. 33 to be exact.
That's all on the next Oprah Donahue Show.
On the next Phil Winfrey Show, Phil's guest is a wife-beater, a child molester, and a serial killer who was let out of prison on a technicality.
So how about it? Will you kill again?
Yes, I probably will.
That's all on the next Phil Winfrey Show.
Stars come out, see them shine. See them laugh, see them cry. Every day, anytime, on C-SPAN.
All the glitter, all the glamour as America's brightest stars return this fall on C-SPAN.
Minutes, split, hours fly. When the stars testify, what a hit. This is it on C-SPAN.
C-SPAN, it's spantastic.
Well, it's living a lie. Every day of your life. You come to work on Monday morning, and everybody's talking about all the shows that they watched over the weekend. So you pretend that you've watched them too. But what you've really done is just memorize the TV guide. So you fake it, and you hope that you don't get caught. And then you start praying that there haven't been any last-minute changes or preemptions. And then after a while, I don't know, sooner or later it catches up with you. And believe me, if I were young again, I mean, if I really had it to do all over again, I'd learn to watch TV. I would.
Sarah Johnson, not her real name. Her real name is Alice Borden, is only a symptom of what has become a shocking nationwide epidemic. 22.5 million adult Americans are functionally unable to sit down in front of a TV set and watch the simplest show. Tonight, we examine the causes and consequences of why Johnny can't watch TV. An NNTN News Posé.
We've had to accept incoming freshmen who don't even know who Michael J. Fox is, except for they've seen him in a couple of movies. The only way to bring these kids up to speed is through a remedial viewing program where they watch the shows they should have watched in high school. It's sad.
It all starts in the home. I blame the parents. If the parents don't watch, the kids won't watch. It's that simple.
I'll tell you what the problem is. Kids today, I have it too easy.
Now, Bert, don't get yourself all worked up. You know how this upsets you.
When I was a kid, I walked 2 miles through the snow every Thursday night to my friend's house to watch the Honeymooners on a lousy little 13-inch black and white. And the reception, it stunk. Today, they got color, they got VCRs, they got cable. It's too goddamn easy.
By 1990, Ivan will not only be watching more TV than Johnny, but more American TV. While in the free world, this is Takahashi, barely 3.5 years old, and already he's watched an entire season of Who's the Boss. And where is Johnny? We found him in the library.
Cosby? Who wrote it? Please don't tell my parents I'm here.
Next week on News Posé, the solutions. What can be done? How much will it cost? And who will pay for it? Good night.
Tonight at 8, Ed McMahon discusses the personalities he's encountered during 30 years of public life. Lee Iacocca.
You'll see him do a great, sincere pitch, and then he's walking around on his ankles. I mean, he's just crazy.
Chief Justice William Rehnquist.
Well, he can fly to anger, but he also can fly to love.
The Pope.
He knows my wife and I like a certain kind of caviar. Well, at the minute we arrive, the next thing that arrives is that caviar iced down with all the accoutrements.
That's tonight on Ed McMahon's Universe.
Was she amazing? Was she a good game player? Was that an exciting game? You're wonderful. Okay, more fun, more prizes. So don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. I said don't touch that dial. Don't touch it! We'll be right back right after these messages. God bless. Don't touch it! Don't touch the dial! Don't! That's better. We'll be right back.
I'm a busy working woman. I don't have time to watch the new television season. Well, now I don't have to. I just bought new hacks and has-beens. So I can eat the new season for breakfast every morning. And look, each puff kernel of corn is shaped like an old star or a used-up rider. This is really good. Only it tastes like I've eaten it before.
New Hacks and Has-Beens, the cereal that tastes like you've eaten it before.
Coming up next, after Tic-Tac-Toe, stay tuned for Celebrity Double Talk. Good job.
In Washington today, the president was questioned about the new tax reform bill.
The questions I'll take today are about the turkey. Ask me something about the turkey.
Okay, what does the turkey think about the new bill?
I think we should pay it. The turkey answered. Do you mind if I answer too? Who cares? He said yes.
And finally, the leaders of all the religions of the world met this week in Rome at the urging of the Pope. Notably absent from the spiritual summit, however, was the head of secular humanism, who commented,
My whole life has been coconuts.
now this.
Cagney and Lacey. This week, Cagney and Lacey split up, and now there's twice the action. Now, Wednesday at 9 comes Cagney, and Thursday at 10, Lacey. Wednesday at 9, Cagney deals with the loss of Lacey. Thursday at 10, Lacey deals with the loss of Cagney. Cagney and Lacey. Now there's twice as much.
Tonight at 9, ABC presents a world premiere movie of the week.
Danny, you've never made us breakfast before. What's the occasion?
No occasion.
This is delicious.
Well, there is something I want to tell you. I've been living a lie. That wasn't me who finished the Boston Marathon in a wheelchair. And I don't have AIDS or herpes or venereal warts.
Denny, you did donate your lung to the little boy who was aging incredibly fast?
No. And you could have touched me all those years I lived in that bubble.
The moving true story of a family struggle to accept their son who was disease-free. Tonight at 9, it's Mom on 5.
Coming up, a look at where the new shows come from.
See the new Dick Cavett Show. Dick's guest tonight, video artist Nam June Paik and pro wrestler Junkyard Dog. The art of conversation lives on the new Dick Cavett Show.
Hi, I'm Rich Hall. You know, if there's anything in modern day culture that's contributed more to the decline of reading and educational skills, it's television. And even though it's a totally mindless activity, it has spawned certain truisms, I suppose, things that I like to call TV sniglets. For instance, the act of turning over pillows, uprooting furniture, and tearing a room apart trying to find that remote control device instead of just walking over and turning on the television is known as Scanic Panic.
Diane, stop it.
Ever notice whenever you tune into a show that you've only seen once in your life, it's always a repeat of that exact same episode? This is known as audio video. Look out! Hey, he's got an axe! Look out! To inform a television character of impending danger, under the assumption they can hear you, is to fictate. Bimbo, I told you he had an axe. Those stray TV dinner vegetables that always try to escape over the wall into the Salisbury steak zone are the fugitives. The act of trying to decipher what an angry coach is actually mouthing during a sporting event is your mama raving. And finally, that mysterious blue liquid that advertisers use to demonstrate a diaper's absorbency is called butt blotting fluid. Well, that's the Sniglets for this month. Now, why not try something different for a change? Like reading. Look out, he's got an axe.
Lillian Gish returns as a feisty nonagenarian with a black belt in karate on Lillian, new this fall.
Hey, Mo, buddy, congratulations, man. I hear you got cable. So when you go invite me over, pal?
Soon. Hey, Colonel. Good to see you. Boy, HBO, Sport Vision, and the Playboy Channel. Let me watch. I'll be your best friend.
Just watch. Dallas will kill it.
No way. Miami Vice is a much better show.
He's still arguing about this all the time.
Of course, I used to watch Dynasty, but I got tired of Joan Collins. She's too bitchy for me.
Amazing stories, okay? But The Hitchhiker has a lot of good nudity, too, you know?
If you had the VCR, you could tape Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Joan is a bit too caustic for me, you see.
I agree.
But David Brenner is the pits.
Ever since they canceled Airwolf, there's been nothing on TV worth watching.
5 minutes, Mr. President.
Hey, didn't you guys used to be on Saturday Night Live? Yeah, I remember you guys.
Eddie, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. And you?
Oh, just fine. So
yes. Did you see All My Children?
No, I missed.
Erica got beat up. My favorite show, well, I like it, man, but I have to go with Highway to Heaven.
I just turn it on, look, and every once in a while scream a little bit to myself.